does.
All right, and I'm going to share my screen and then we will get started with my little presentation. Oh, look, Social Bay. So excited about Social Bay. Free at Epic Realty. Love it. I've been waiting for this since like day one. Josh said, "Oh, we're going to get Social Bay." And I thought, "Oh, good, because listings to leads has been something I've paid for since 2012 and it's $60 a month. And this does it all. And it's even a better looking platform." I'm getting sidetracked already, but this is a good thing. So look at it. It's so pretty. Like I can't wait to get in here and get started. Okay, but this is really the tab I was looking for. All right, you guys. So welcome to week 4. This is the end of the month. So we're really just wrapping up this month, and you guys are catching the tail end of what we do. So first of all, I want to go back because I want to stop sharing real quick, and I want to introduce Angela. Angela, are you with me or are you taking care of puppies? There she is, and she's eating. So sorry. So,
Sorry, I've just been a meeting after me. I'm trying to eat
I
something.
know the feeling. I know the feeling. But Angela Kristen Taylor, y'all, was my coach for 3 years when I first got to Epic. She helped me so much with so many different things and really showed me how to start living in abundance and stop living in scarcity and survival mode. And that's a huge leap, y'all. That takes it sounds so easy, like just stop living in survival mode and just move over to abundance. Like if it were only that easy, right? For me, no, because my life came with a lot of pre-designed beliefs that were set for me in childhood of living in that scarcity mode, poverty, like all kinds of things. Like I was always waiting for the ball to drop. And those are mind shifts that you have to figure out how to do, and it takes a minute. So I'm all about it, but it took a lot of work, but I was persistent as heck, and I got the right people, got the right tools, and made it happen. But Angela was a huge part of that. And then after I quit coaching, when I got there, she's like, "Well, you're done. You're there. You're ready." So she did such a great job, right? So then I'm like, "But I'm not done with you. Like, I want to be best friends." So we ended up becoming great friends for the past few years. And then last year, when I joined Epic, I told her about it and she said, "Sign me up." And she was in. So she's now our Georgia state broker. And Angela and I have really partnered to do these weekly coaching calls to bring the freedom to flourish in real estate by becoming the local legend in your area. So we've found a way to combine both of our trainings, which mine is the freedom to flourish in real estate and hers is become the local legend, and put them together in these weekly coachings so that we can help you guys do it all. And guess what? They're free. They're free. So why not show up and take advantage of that? So you're catching the last call today, and it is the funnels. We're starting all over in March, and we are going to have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, like we always do. But then we're also going to do a live on the 4th Tuesday. You'll see the invite later, but that's going to be the live to really kick off the new platform, not platform really, but just some more stuff, some additional stuff. But with all that being said, let's just go ahead and Angela, do you have anything to add to that now that you're not eating?
I love you. You're
I love
amazing.
you more.
No, I just want to say that every it just because we do these and we do them on a like a 1 month rotating thing, like feel free to come to all of them because I feel like we always say something just a little different and sometimes it's the repetitiveness of hearing something that will strike up new ideas in your mind. And I mean, Dawn says, what she was saying before about me helping her with moving out of scarcity and into that space of abundance and living above the line and all of that. But I mean, these are things I had to do for myself too. I went through all that same type of thing. And so it's it one thing that Dawn and I have talked about a lot is that it's not that the issues in life or the feeling of scarcity like that ever goes away. It doesn't ever go away. It's just how we learn how to cope with it, how we learn how to structure our lives and our mindset so that we make a different choice for ourselves. And so being here, being in this group, seeing that on repeat can help with that process because we don't grow like this, right? Where we're like, okay, I'm just up, and we don't grow like this either. We grow like this. It's like a spiral. And so this is why, you ever go through something and then it's like, wait a minute, I thought I already fixed this. Why am I going through this again? And that you're just going through it and clearing it at a higher level. So it's like we're always constantly upgrading ourselves. And we do that within ourselves, in our lives, and we do that in our businesses also. And so it's just, I love this group. I love doing this with Dawn. And I think that there's a lot of value here, even if you've seen it before. Just keep coming back. We'll just
All
keep
right.
talking about it.
Well said. All right, let's
Thank
get
you.
to it then. Let's open up this and just go ahead and get started. So, like I said, this is, hold on, I'm going to go ahead and go into present so you guys get the full screen effect here. Okay, so that's just who am I. This presentation was for a big thing that I did, but I'm going to skip through some of it. But the point is, if I can do this, anyone can. And I've created a system to help you. So weekly coaching call to help you on Tuesdays at 11. Welcome. You all made it. So the system, this is the system. It's made up of 4 pillars. And every week we go over training for a different pillar. And then we circle back around. Like Angela said, it's more like a spiral. Maybe I need to change these from squares to circles, right? But mindset is the first week. We're going to dig into that next week. The second week, we talk about foundations and what that looks like. Foundations for us as realtors, that's our CRM. That's our branding. That is your VIP database. That is your logo. That's your story. That's your why. Like these are foundational pieces for your real estate business that you have to know how to use. You have to implement them at super high level. And those are the things when you're working on your business that you're implementing and perfecting all the time. And sometimes you pivot and you got to change. I'm about to rebrand with a new logo because I'm relaunching my entire real estate business for production. I used to be okay with just my VIP database and what I was doing. I've done different things over the years and then I almost quit and just started doing the trainings. But no way, I'm taking advantage of that Power Agent award that Epic has. So I'm getting back into production on top of doing all this stuff. So I'm redoing some of my foundations and my automations for the Loding group. But what can you automate? Let's create the system. I say systemize. Let's systemize, let's automate, and then let's delegate. Create those automations and then pass them off to a VA. I have 2 VAs that work for me to help me do all the different things that I do. You guys, right now, if you're not listening to or reading the book, Who Not How, highly recommend it. Best book I've read in a long, long time. Loving it. It's about who can help you do the things that you want to do. All right, but today it's all about the funnels. And I want to just dig into this page right here. So, what are lead generation funnels? Lead generation funnels are a I'm going to go to the next page too. An offer. They start with the offer. Bonus, what's your offer? So I want you to think of the top of the funnel up here, right here, where it says email marketing, online directories, all of this stuff. This is the top of your funnel. This in the middle is the base of your funnel. This is inside of Lofty. If you're with Epic, we use Lofty. If you're with another broker, that's okay. Whatever your CRM is, use it. But I'm going to refer to a CRM as Lofty for agents that are at Epic because that's most likely the majority of our people. So, This is Lofty. This is where you're going to create your automations. You're going to create your campaigns. You're going to create your videos. You're going to create weekly emails. You're going to create all of the things to engage and provide your buyers and your sellers alerts, property notifications. That's alerts. Property valuations is what I meant to say, and market reports. That's a tool that's in Lofty. So take the time. Right now, they're doing a weekly call on Lofty every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. All the recordings are in the cloud. Go take 2 hours and get caught up, and then start right now. Take the next, it's a 7 week program. So there's only 5 left. So go take those weekly for 1 hour. Just chunk it and learn it. That's what I'm doing. And so, and I know Lofty already, but I want to see what those calls are all about. So, and I'm loving them, and I'm loving that I'm not teaching them. So this is inside your funnel. But guess what happens at the end? The conversion, the conversion. And if you do a good job with all of this, your offers are phenomenal. Your funnel is doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're going to create loyalty. And that loyalty is going to lead to my very first funnel that is my favorite funnel that I've been building for years. And that is what I call my VIP database. Those leads that are on there, I know they're being taken care of because I take care of them. I call them, I send them a send out card. I have my top 20 that are in there that I invite and talk to regularly to lunches. They're my people. Like they love me, know me, trust me. They refer people to me. So even in a down market, like that's my number one funnel. And I use HomeBot too. So HomeBot has been a phenomenal tool for me for my VIP database. And they get a customized from HomeBot, kind of like a home valuation. It is a home valuation, but it gives them a lot more detail about the equity that they have in their property. So you guys can reach out to me separately. I could connect you with my lender because she is a HomeBot lender and can hook you up with that. But I think I still pay like $30 a month for that. But if you're partnered with a lender, you get additional stuff for HomeBot. All right, look at this. This is going to have to change. I'm going to have to edit my slide to say Social Bay. Angela, I think you missed it. I got the email today for Social Bay that now I just activated it. So my VA got the email also, and I said, move everything from listings to leads over to Social Bay. So I need to go and change this. Or maybe not. That makes for a pretty good marketing piece. And then social media ads or social media posts in different groups. There's all kinds of different things that you could do using social media to create a funnel. Just don't forget to put some kind of call to action in your social media posts, like go create a Calendly and have that connect to your social media platform so that anytime you do a post in the details you put, schedule a call with me today if you're interested in buying or selling. But hopefully if you're doing social media, you're doing landing pages. And those landing pages, they're going to click it and it's going to be tied to your Lofty account. And then they will automatically get added into your Lofty account and you just follow up with them. All right, another funnel could be paid leads. If you're going to use Zillow, Realtor.com, there's a bunch of them out there now. I don't even know what they all are. I did build my database as a Zillow Realtor. They don't even have that program anymore, I found out. So I love paid leads in a good market. If it's a bad market, you don't do paid leads. Well, my opinion is don't do paid leads. Like I did it for several months and spent thousands of dollars, but nobody's buying or selling. That's when you got to really make sure that you've done your VIP database, that you have put some money away because the market's going to come back. It's just how long is it going to take? So you might have been doing 5 deals a month and you may only do one. Like it's all about ebb and flow, and it's just going to stay that way from now on. So just make sure you know your numbers and you know your budget and you know what you're doing before you go spend any money on paid leads. And definitely, before you do any of this, make sure your CRM is working and you have automations and you have a plan for running all of these people through your funnel. All right, realtors. Realtors from other areas are number one, well, number two, maybe back to VIP database, my source of referrals or my source of funnel and business. And I love it because I also recruit. So why not? Two birds, one stone. All right. Then we have, like, I'm going to give you a couple of other things that really are ideas for you. Relocation would be one. Top of funnel, the offer that you could create to go with your relocation funnel would be a relocation guide. Take some time, use the AI tool that we have inside of Epic and use it to go and create a beautiful relocation guide so that you can give that to people and then do a landing page through Social Bay and connect that back to your Lofty account, just like this beautiful circle. And then you just go do marketing. You could do some paid ads with that, and I guarantee you're going to get some business. Farming, if you have a neighborhood in your area that you really like, start a monthly newsletter. Be the queen or king of that neighborhood and put the information out. Make sure everybody in that neighborhood knows who you are and is using you for their realtor, but you have to prove to them why they should use you. So you have to do the mailers, the door hangers, whatever you're going to do, create a whole plan funnel. I call it a funnel. When I say funnel, y'all, I mean the whole kit and caboodle, like the all of this. You need to be doing all of this stuff, and you should just have a checklist that shows what you're going to do for that funnel. What ads are you going to run? And just write it out on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to, be overthought. Just create one, schedule it, put it on a monthly calendar, and know that you need to do it every single month. That's literally it. Just pick the funnel, create the product, and then get it going. So create the loyalty and then boom, circle them back around here to your VIP database. I'm always thinking about using all of these funnels out here to go back to the VIP database. Like my number one goal is to make this bigger and make my database grow, fill the pipeline. When the business is up and running, like the leads are calling and we're converting. When it's slow, it's a little bit slower. And it has been for the past year, I'm not going to lie, but I don't care. That gave me time to dig in and really work on my business and figure out what's the next, where are we going with this next? I've been doing it for 21 years. I know how to pivot. Um, all right, so now let's dig a little bit deeper into bonus. What's your offer? So offer number one, VIP. What is my main offer is HomeBot. If I'm going to send that audience for that funnel something in their email or the mail, what is that offer going to look like? So for my VIP, it's HomeBot. I don't stop there. There's all kinds of other things that happen in the funnel, but HomeBot is my top of funnel. It's the first email that we send to everybody who has closed a deal with us. We make sure that they get invited to HomeBot. Offer number two. This is where Angela comes in, and I love this. And this is what we're really trying to work into our new system, and that is how to become the local legend in your area. What is your passion community? So what does that look like? Angela, why don't you tell them a little bit about this one?
Sure. Yeah. So I'll tell you how I kind of stumbled into this was, when I first started in real estate, it was really before the internet came out and before social media and all of those things. And then when I started having kids, I was the internet was starting to take off a little bit. We had Yahoo groups, but we still didn't have social media. And so my thought was, I was not going to cold call anymore, which is how I got most of my business before then. And I was going to stop working in real estate and just focus on being a mom. And so what I did was I just literally shut everything down. I kept my license active, but I wasn't doing any work anymore. And so instead, I went to Yahoo groups and I joined all these mommy groups and thought, well, this is going to be my life right now. And the first thing that people were asking me was what I did before I became a mommy. And I said I was in real estate, and they said, "Oh, good. We're bursting at the seams. We need a new house. My parents are looking to downsize. My friend needs a bigger house too." And all of a sudden, I had all the business that I could handle, and I hadn't done anything but become a part of a group. And so what I ended up doing, what my work day shifted into, was where before I was waking up early, going through expireds and withdrawals and making phone calls and doing all of that, and then setting appointments and going on those appointments and hoping I was going to get the deal because these were strangers that were just meeting me really for the first time. I shifted into a very warm referral based business where all I did was run a story time and craft project for the group at my house once a week on Tuesdays. And then I called all the moms in the group and just checked in on them and let them vent and talk. And I was just their friend. And that was enough. That was all I had to do. And so when I went on a listing appointment, it was a play date. And I would bring my kids with me, and they would sit there and play with the other kids, and we'd sit at the table and fill out the paperwork. And there was no competition. There was no question of, was I going to get the deal? I had the deal before I showed up. They were like, "Hey, come over next week so we can get my house on the market." Okay, great. I mean, that was how it turned out into being. And so even showing homes, I was able to bring my kids. Everybody took separate cars because everybody had car seats, and it was super easy. It was super fun. And instead of working with strangers, now I was working with friends and friends of friends. And it was just being part of a community. And then the other thing that I realized was that, and Don will go into this a little bit too, was when we were relocating from Florida to Georgia, um, there was literally nothing that I could find for my local area. And in finding a local area, I mean, there were the Wikipedia sites on what this area is and, what's the history of it and all of that. And I could go to realtor.com or Zillow and pull up listings. I could, go to the Chamber of Commerce website or the town's website and see a couple pictures here and there. But there was nothing that was telling me, like, hey, here's where the homeschoolers live. And hey, here's where the local Whole Foods is. And hey, like, this is where you're going to meet all your people that are the same, type of interests and things like that as you, right? Like, here's where the kids are, that kind of thing. And so for me, I found that really discouraging. And so the first thing I did was I went live on Facebook and said, "Hey, realtors, like, y'all are missing the boat. Let me teach you a class on what relocating people actually want to see and how you can provide that to them." And so I taught this class on how to engage with your local community by being the person that everybody knows, like talking to the local restaurant owners, talking to the principals and teachers at the schools, and doing quick little interviews with them and putting up video content. And like, imagine if you had like all that information. And so I kind of put those two things together along with what I already knew. I've been a coach for 21 years and working with agents in how to overcome all of the things that stop us and get in our way from actually going out and doing the things that we know are going to make us successful, And I put that into a program called Local Legend. And so we recorded a 5-day workshop on that back in October. And those videos are recorded and you can access them. I'll put that link in the chat for you guys. And you just register, it's free, and you can watch all 5 videos, and you'll see I kind of break things down and give homework for each video. And we have speakers and stuff in there, and it's really great. And it'll give you a lot of information. Yeah.
Unmute myself. Thank you so much, Angela. I love that. And it really resonated with me with my Jeep group. So my husband and I have a Jeep. And so I'm always doing things for that group. So I just started posting a lot of Jeep stuff. And now all my Jeep friends know I'm a realtor also and call me when they want to sell. So that's my passion community. And another one is our local temporary foster care system is called Connections, and I'm on the board. I just joined the board on that. So that's another community one that I'm going to do. So, but the thing is, when you do all of those, like you have to post, people need to know what you're involved in and what you're doing. You've got to put yourself out there. All right, so other offers are for the public, offer three and so on. Think of those like your relocation guide, like a senior certification. If you're going to do a senior certification, create some kind of a senior citizen guide. That would be a great funnel if you like working with seniors. Another one could be military. That could be a whole funnel and could have a military guide, a VA guide, how to buy VA. Like that's a great funnel. Another one would be, I had another one just in my head and I can't remember what it was. Oh, probates. Probates could be another funnel. So the list goes on and on. Like you just don't do five at once, you guys. Make sure the first one that you do is your VIP, because the whole reason you're doing all these other ones is so that you could collect people into your VIP database. So get that up and running and make sure that you have a weekly, monthly, yearly, quarterly, whatever list of the things you're going to do to market to those people, to let them know that you love them and that you are the one that they need to call if they want to buy or sell a house or refer someone to you. So that's the first one. If you get that one done, I would say really do the passion community second, like figure out who are your people. And you could even go so far as to create a group, like Angela was talking about with her moms. Like that is a great passion community. Jeep group, get involved with that. What are your hobbies? What do you enjoy doing? Because that's the key. Like none of us want to go call FISBOs or expireds. I mean, that could be your funnel. If you want to do that, Epic's giving us a ton of leads to do it with. But do you like for me, I want to attract. I want to do passive prospecting. I want to do what I enjoy, what I have fun doing. I want to show the proof and I want to attract the leads to me. So through relationships, by being genuine and kind and
Yeah.
helpful,
Dawn, can I just interject
yeah.
one little example in here that I think is so good because it was something that you wouldn't necessarily think of, and it really shifted the mindset of the agent who did this. And so she was an older woman, and she had a kind of a disability with one of her legs. As she had gotten older, she'd had a problem with it, and she had to walk with a cane, and she walked really slow, and she was kind of at the point of thinking she had to give up her real estate business because she couldn't keep going at the pace that her clients wanted to go, and she felt like she was slowing them down and that people were getting aggravated and frustrated with her. And I said, how about creating a community around people who need homes that are maybe handicapped in some way, or they need something special, some sort of disability that they're dealing with, that they need that extra care. And she was really interested in that. And so she started connecting with not just people who were disabled through different groups and things like this, but also through other vendors who serve those same people. So thinking like doctors and the people that sell wheelchairs and canes and things like that. And she started focusing in on like homes that were handicapped accessible and different things like that that really made her more of that go-to person in a very specific niche. And it was just what interested her. So all of a sudden now she was working with people who were so understanding about something that she felt was holding her back now became the thing that drove her forward. And it also gave her an opportunity to really dive in and be a voice in this community that she felt like she could really understand and identify with. And that was a really big deal for her. So, I think any of us can do that. It's just a matter of finding who we're passionate about showing up for and serving, and then creating community around that.
Love it. Absolutely. Okay. So once again, so really that's all it is. That's what funnels are. This is what we do. But, we get stuck in these other places. So don't just come today. Come back and let's work on all of these because there's something every week, especially in funnels. So today I want to recommend that you all choose a funnel. Choose between now and the next fourth week in March, just one, just work on one. Do you have your VIP database done already? Do you have a marketing plan for your people? If not, that should be the one that you work on. And if you're in if you're in my area, every first Thursday of every month, as the local leader, I'm leading a database workshop here, and it's not on video or anything, but you could do all kinds of different things. I'd even be willing to do some kind of an online VIP database workshop. But I'm going to share with you all today my blank copy of the VIP database. And I highly suggest that you go in and you start just adding your people to it. I'm going to open mine up and show it, but pick one. So start with your VIP database because that's where the magic can happen. You could just call these people and say, hey, I just want to let you know, like, or I want to check in on you. How are you doing? They're going to ask, how are you doing? And you're going to say, oh, I am so excited. I just made a move to Epic Realty, like, and then make it more personal. Don't be all about business. Don't ask for their business. Just check in on them and say, it's been a while. Like, and even if you don't want to call them, I have a great text message that I can share with you guys that you could share and to touch base after, to reconnect after you haven't been doing that for a while. So pick one of those things, but this is all about niching down, and more important than that, it's about consistency. So once you create that VIP database, I want you to work out a year, the rest of this year. Get a calendar, a blank one, and every month I want you to write on that calendar what you're going to do for that VIP, for those VIP people. Are you going to do a pop by? These are the things I'm going to be going through in our database class next week here locally. And I think I will just commit to doing like an online thing too, so I can share with everybody in this community, because it's so important just to have that monthly plan, to have the yearly, to know that you're set, like you've already planned it out. It'll take you one day to plan it out, but then you have to execute and you have to be consistent about your execution. So maybe you want to create a newsletter. It's all up to you. There's no right or wrong way to do it. The only wrong way is to not do it. So just start collecting the people and then come back and we'll talk. Mindset is one of my favorite weeks because we always get in our own way. We overthink things. And so we'll dig deep into that. And then we'll dig deeper into the CRM. And all of you that are at Epic, I hope that you're going to the CRM classes on Wednesday afternoons at 2 o'clock. The link and all of that is inside of Epic. Make sure you get your Lofty up and running. It's so important to have that tool and know how to use it. And it's free for us. Like they're giving us every tool to make this business successful. That's why I moved over here. And that's why I'm encouraging everyone to move over here. So Lofty, and then we'll work on automations inside of Lofty, inside of spreadsheets. We'll talk about that week, and then we'll do funnels again. And by the time we get back here in March, y'all will have your VIP database set up. You're going to have your KV Core, your Lofty account all set up. And then then next month, we will dig into the next one. What's your passion community? And then we will dig in and have you do one that external facing, like, to really attract people that you do not know. So join us. We are here for your success and we want to just keep doing this. And you guys, this is one of my favorite quotes. You can dream it, have the courage to take action, have discipline to stay on the right path, you will make it. I promise you, this business is not that hard. People overthink it, overdo everything, and that is what happens. So that I'm going to do one more thing while I'm recording here. I'm going to go into my link tree and give you guys those links. Actually, I'm going to just show you in my Facebook group. This is the easiest way to do it. So if you're not in this Facebook group, you should be. It's called Real Estate Untangled, and it is my private group, how I communicate with agents that I've met over all of these years. And if you go in here and you go to featured items, my link tree is in there. And inside of that link tree, right there, it's right there. So this is the link tree. And inside of the link tree, there is the link to the Abundance Challenge, which will get updated for next month. Right now, it just goes to a recording. Here is the blank abundance plan that we work on in the workshop that we do in the challenge. So if you haven't seen that before, you make sure that you attend and join or go here and watch the recording so that you could download this and know what to do with it. But this is that abundance challenge that I created. But here's your VIP database. If you open this up, it's going to open up a blank Excel spreadsheet or Google Doc. And this is it. This is all the VIP database is. But once you get this filled out, there's so many different things that you could do with it. You could upload it into Lofty. You could upload it into send out cards, into HomeBot, into all these different things that you're going to add to your VIP plan so that you can make sure that these people are taken care of and you're the agent that they reach out to. So you want to make sure that you get this all done. All you do when you come here is go to File and click Make a Copy, and then you're just going to rename it whatever your name is, VIP database, like Dawn's VIP database, and then make a copy, and then it's yours, and then you can fill it out. So that is all there for you guys. Here's the links to listings to leads. If you want to go in there and search around, you get 21 days free. Take advantage of that before I remove this link and go in and look at their PDFs. Great guides that they have in there that you could then download to Canva and update and make your own. My favorite planner, YouTube channel, all of it's in here. So know that that is all right there inside of this group, along with this is how I communicate to a lot of people is through this group. So hopefully you're in it or get in it. And that is it. I'm going to stop sharing and then I'm going to stop recording.